Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the DotaPit League Season number 2. It is Team Secret versus Cloud9 here, a 2-game series. Ladies and gentlemen, it is November 27th. Here in America, it is Thanksgiving, and I'm thankful to be here casting some great Dota. Our best series of the tournament thus far. It's been a while, but we will get a great 2-game series underway. Again, my name is Mon. I'm joined by Mont Paxton, of course. Today, I'm joined by my very good friend, Greg. What is hip? Greg, how the hell are you?
I'm doing good, man. I am ready for some beautiful Thanksgiving Dota. I hope it's as good as I'm pretty hyped for the series, to be honest.
It's going to be good. It's going to be a lot of fun. Secret versus Cloud9, obviously the two, I think, juggernauts in terms of Group B. It is important to note, though, that Cloud9 are sitting at 6-4, and Team Secret are sitting at 10-2. Team Secret are going to be first in this group, regardless of what happens here today. But Cloud9, they haven't really secured a great spot for themselves in the playoffs just yet. So
Group B is pretty close. It's pretty tight.
10 seconds.
It's not an easy group by any stretch of the imagination. But if we look at the top 4 teams, Secret, Virtus Pro Polar, Denial, and then Cloud9 right afterwards. So pretty close standings here. Group A is pretty much already sorted out, with the exception of Virtus Pro and Team Tinker. We don't know really where those guys are going, but for now, we are going to jump into the draft for this game. Again, it's Team Secret versus Cloud9. So, Team Secret, one thing that a lot of people talk about is they have these 3 heroes that you could give them, and the Elder Titan, the Brewmaster, and the IO. And it looks like Cloud9 want to face up against the IO. And the weird thing about this choice is that they can play literally IO and any combination of hero with Kuroki picking up a core. I've seen IO Naga. I've seen like IO Terrorblade. So they have really any option in terms of that core for Kuroki. And then they pick up the Ancient Apparition as well for Team Secret. So.
5 seconds.
Yeah, they've been playing Ancient Apparition quite a bit lately, and when you consider the IO with it, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Cloud9 have picked up some of their most popular heroes. Puck, obviously, has been very popular for them for quite a while, and honestly, a hero that I was expecting both these teams to be fighting over and looking for it to go very early. Obviously, S4 plays a pretty phenomenal Puck, one of the most picked heroes for Secret in the last couple of weeks. So Cloud9 picked that one up. The Elder Titan has been played a lot by Cloud9 as well, but I think you have to pick one of these heroes that you want first, and No Tail's Elder Titan is unbelievably scary, so they banned that out. No surprises there. Tidehunter banned out in the 2nd round. That's another extremely popular hero for Secret, and it makes sense when you consider the way they play. They try to create a lot of space for Kuroki, get him a lot of room, make sure he's extremely farmed, and Tidehunter is definitely a hero that can let you win fights that otherwise you probably wouldn't be able to win with any other ability but Ravage, so it creates a lot of space for your carry, lets you win 4v5 fights fairly easily, to be honest, and that gets banned out here by Cloud9.
Yeah, that's not a big surprise considering how well Simba's played it recently. The 2nd game yesterday against Virtus Pro Polar, which was, I think Virtus Pro Polar just having an unbelievable game and then throwing it all away. And what was the clowniest game of Dota I've seen in a while. Simba had a Refresher Orb. He's quite good with that hero when he has Refresher, as is many Dota players when they can get that item and not lose a set of racks. You're in a pretty good position. I think the win rate is something like 60 to 70% at that point in time. So yeah. You're in a fine spot there. So
Team Secret, interesting ban here, Faceless Void. It shows that they've definitely, they've been watching Cloud9 play. Envy has actually been playing Faceless Void recently for them. They haven't really been playing it off lane. They've been playing it as a carry, and even though this Puck's already here for Cloud9, that's most likely going to be a Fada Puck. He's been contributing quite a bit with that recently as well. They go ahead and ban out Faceless Void here. I like this ban. Obviously, it's really good against Wisp, so makes a lot of sense.
So Team Secret, we'll have to see what they grab for S4, as his Puck is not available. His Brewmaster is not available. He's played some different heroes, but something with tempo control, something
that Zeus.
Yeah, that's something that he's played a bit lately. Yeah,
that's true. Could be good with IO. That's a very global lineup. Those can be a little bit delicate to pushes, but it's a possibility.
Zeus is definitely one that he has played recently, and they could go for it. I don't know if they'll pick it here. They picked the 2 supports first, so they have a lot of room to work with. Yeah, they really do need a Simba hero. They might pick a Doom, but I don't know. In this lineup, I guess it would work, I suppose, because Chilling Touch plus Doom is pretty good. So.
Yeah, Doom's just like, he's never bad. It's just Doom.
It's not a bad decision, unless you already have like 4 cores, in which case, then yeah, it's probably bad, but... It's the Legion. We've seen this from Kuroki in the past, and might be Kuroki again. And it worked yesterday. Now we'll see if he is able to get up the early blink dagger with treads. And he did go for like a Blade of Maelstrom pick afterwards, but it's more than likely Kuroki. I think of the safe lane with this hero. We've seen it mid a lot because overwhelming odds is pretty damn good. Legion versus Puck is not a bad matchup. By the way, it's actually not bad at all. So I think this could be a good choice for S4 if he wants to go for this hero. But we'll see.
10 seconds remaining.
Yay. I'm going to try to do a couple things here to fix this microphone up a little bit.
5 seconds remaining.
It's probably a good idea. We'll get into the game.
It was okay when I tested it. I think it's a mumble thing, but give me a few minutes.
All right, we're gonna make sure that works. The Zeus is actually picked up for Cloud9. Whether this is in the offlane or as a support, we've recently seen teams like Denial run Zeus as support with fucking Mad playing it a lot. So it might be AUI, it might be Piladai, or it could be Bone 7 in the offlane because we've seen a lot of offlane Zeus as well. So this is not a bad choice either. The Zeus Salt is going to wreck face in terms of the Ancient Apparition and Io dying very quickly. There's a good chance that they are not going to survive for longer than that Zeus Salt. So
5 seconds remaining.
Puck, Vengeful Spirit, Zeus coming out. Pretty good controlling lineup. A lot of blue heroes. All of the goddamn map. And important to note is that Secret like to do dual lanes mid when they do have this Io. So there's a good chance that they could send Legion and Io mid and just kind of dual lane against the Puck, and they should be pretty okay. You have overwhelming odds. You could heal up your Legion commander. Obviously, you press the attack makes it pretty difficult to gank the hero. So, well, all right. Sounds like we will have to make a switch to Skype. Hold on a second. Just going to pop that up.
10 seconds remaining.
So, wow, there's only 5 seconds left to reserve time for Team Secret. Hopefully they pick something up. It is going to be the Magnus for S4, so that's going to be probably mid-Magnus. S4's Magnus, it's legendary. We'll see how it goes in just a minute. And, well, Cloud9 have another pick as well, but they have a lot more reserve time here. What is Envy's hero? Now, this is the thing as well. Envy and Kuroki are two extraordinarily good farmers. They play a very similar style of Dota and what they can get done with their last hits, but Envy really likes those late game heroes. He likes to get, obviously, a Terror Blade. He likes to get a Naga Siren. But Kuroki can play pretty much any kind of hero in that regard, so there's a lot of options here. They're going to go for the Bone 7 Barrows. This means that it is a Zeus support coming up from Cloud9, and this is a smart choice as well as, well, now 4 heroes picked. And Greg, welcome back, buddy. How are you?
I'm back.
You sound a bit better.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, it's
10 seconds
it's not bad. It's not the worst thing in the world.
All right. Well, my condolences to the Dota TV audio. It might be a little sketchy, but we're good to go here on the stream. And really, that's all that matters.
Yeah, it really does. I don't know what happened with Mumble. Apparently, it didn't work out. Rip it, but that's fine.
Rip Mumble.
All right, we got
Magnus. Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's what I come back to. Magnus LC. Okay.
Well, and a Bone 7 Batrider. Don't forget that. But I guess, yeah.
Pretty good. Zeus for Cloud9, so they're the ones to pick that up. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, they picked this up, and this is going to be a support and Zeus more than likely. Because they already have the Buck, they have the Batrider. Zeus and Vengeful Spirit going to be your roaming supports. And what they like to do a lot for Cloud9 is make sure that the Zeus and other really, level-dependent supports will get levels in lane, and they'll have someone go to the jungle. Whatever Eternal MV's hero is, we'll find out. So we do need the EE hero. They banned the Phantom Assassin, interestingly enough, from Cloud9. They don't realize that, hey, maybe the Legion Commander and IO might already be good enough together. So Secret have 3 seconds left for reserve time. They have the Mag, Ancient Apparition, IO, Legion Commander. They think that this Legion might be off lane. It could be safe lane like they played it yesterday. What does Simba go here? What does Kuroki go here? That's the real question. We'll see.
I think that's one of the issues with drafting against LC is he's pretty flexible. I mean, he's usable mid, he's usable off lane, he's usable safe lane. Some teams excel with him particularly, and it's really hard to draft.
Wow. Oh man. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. That's all I can say about that.
Gobble gobble.
Yeah, I guess so. Huskar's gonna roast some people. This is gonna be this is an interesting choice. You got a 12-second life break. Why not jump and jam on people? Also, you're pretty much unkillable when it comes to your magic resistance at low life.
I mean, he actually looks really good against this lineup. Tons of magic damage.
Zeus will not do any damage to him. Puck will not do any damage to him if he's like below 20% HP.
Reserve time.
This last hero is going to have to be really good against Huskar, otherwise that's just like Huskar's honestly just going to roll on him. Like, what are they going to do?
Break out the physical damage, boys. We got to get something for Eternal Envy here that just right clicks like crazy. And I don't know, like, it could be tough because any real hard farmer is going to get ganked. Like, this is the earliest lineup I've seen from Secret in a while. Usually Kuroki will pick somebody that works well in the late game, but this is not that hero. This is a hero that likes to jump on your face and kill you immediately. I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the good heroes for Envy here are banned. I mean, Drow, Void, Terrorblade, Naga, PA.
Wow, they literally banned 4 of his 5 heroes.
Yeah.
4 of the 5 bans were dedicated to Envy.
All right.
Okay,
this is decent.
Yeah, this is fine.
It will at least function.
It's doable now for Cloud9. I really got to say, though, this Huskar pick actually, it could either go amazingly or it could just be the worst thing ever. I highly doubt it'll be the worst thing ever. I feel like it's going to be at least somewhat effective, but...
I mean, laning against Huskar is pretty much impossible. So now this offlane is just, it's like non-existing for Bone 7. He's just going to have to jungle.
They could duel in this mid still, and then Puck would just have a terrible time. Like, the Branding Spirits would be impossible. You could send the Legion, like, solo offlane Magnus, solo safe lane if you wanted to. Or, like, I guess you could dual lane it. I don't know. There's a lot of options here for Secret. I imagine it'll probably be Io, Huskar, or something else in the top lane, and, like, Legion off lane, and then Magnus mid. That makes the most sense, I suppose, but there's a lot of ways Secret can play this. And Cloud9 are going to have to figure that out pretty quickly.
Yeah, Secret also have pretty good control in the fights just because of like the Mag. I mean, Mag is a fight winner. They've got Legion for a good lockdown as well, and I think the Ancient Apparition should do a lot of work with the Wisp. So I really like Secret's lineup here. It's unconventional, but it seems good to me.
These effigies are in color for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, but it's okay. All right, here we go. Secret versus Cloud9. 2-game series, game number 1 getting underway. We got a Huskar pick, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I give a damn about in this game. I mean, S4 Magnus is pretty great as well, but Cloud9 are going to have to do some work here early on. And for Cloud9 on your rating team, it's going to be Pilot Eye playing your Vengeful Spirit, Fata on your Puck. We are going to see Eternal Envy with Attack Fire on your Weaver. And then it's going to be AUI 2000 on your Zeus and the offlane Batrider played by Bone 7 to round out the lineup of Cloud9.
For Team Secret, it's going to be Kuro on the Huskar, Poppy on the Ancient Apparition, No Taylor, Big Daddy on the Wisp, S4, the son of Magnus, he's going to be on the Mag. Should be a treat in the middle lane, and then all the way up top, Simba all by himself on the Legion Commander. And interesting way that Secret have chosen to lane this. This is going to put a lot of pressure on an Eternal Envy. Burning Spears are brutal against Weaver.
No, he'll just die. And right now they might know that there's an aggro tri-lane coming up, but it's a bit late to switch lanes up. And Eternal Envy is just going to have one rough lane. And I feel like top lane is going to go really well for Simba. Like, he could just spam out his overwhelming odds. Bone 7 can harass a bit, but if Simba gets a stick, this could be good. They're going to catch out AUI, maybe. Oh, God, Crow gets double damage. Oh, my God, run away. Dear Lord. Do not fight this man.
Yeah, double damage. You definitely don't want to be going up against that. That's a good way to lose all of your regen immediately.
It's a good way to die. It's just not going to be fun. S4 in the mid lane, going to be going up against the Puck. Eternal Envy can't even come close to this at all. Like, look at Crookie. He's running at him, and he could just continue to run at him. And if it takes a bit of harass from the Zeus, that's fine. Again, if he gets 1 point into Berserker's Blood, he'll have, like, he won't be unkillable, but, I mean, early on, it's still going to be pretty damn nice.
Early on, it's going to be tough. I mean, it's not like Weaver has a ton of HP or a ton of damage in the early levels. So, obviously, Magic Nukes are just going to do literally nothing against him as soon as he gets some Berserker's Blood. And I mean, there's definitely potential for Kuroki to just roll out of control this game.
I have a feeling that he could, and especially if Big Daddy gets to level 6. Kuro will just stay alive. That's the thing about Big Daddy's Wisp, is that he just doesn't let his carry die, ever. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, they're going to have to deal with Wisp giving him a little bit of HP when he does get extremely dangerously low, and there's like a Weaver nearby. This could spell trouble, honestly, for Cloud9.
I think the more important thing also is that how does Envy ever get farm in this lane? It just doesn't happen. Overcharge is going to go.
Can't lane against. You really can't lane against Huskar.
It's like you have Berserker's Blood, so you have magical resistance, then he goes for the double ring of prot strategy, and he literally is unkillable. He has 7 armor. Right now he's sitting on how much magical resistance? It's 27%, but that goes up based on how much HP you're missing, so... Top lane, Simba's getting DotaPit. Bone 7 just fireflying the creep wave, and he does have 6, so he's fine. He's good to go. Bottom rune was picked up for Pylai Dai, I believe. Puck does get the bounty rune top spot. Pylai Dai getting a right click down by Puppey, who has Chilling Touch on him for another... Actually, he let it go with that last attack, but... They actually are countering this ward. This is the good thing about having a Zeus in this game, is that they can counter this ward relatively easily, coming out from AUI 2000, so...
Yeah, and he sees them walking up, knows that he needs to back off.
No-Tail taking some damage, going to tether up to Puppey, and he's taking right-click. AUI has another Lightning Bolt, but he's not in range to use it, so they're just going to counter this ward and go back to lane. And Eternal Envy is sitting on 5 last hits, Huskar sitting on 11, so I guess EE is not doing awful. He's got something going his way.
This could be going worse, honestly. I mean, he's doing a good job manipulating the creep wave, so it's as far away from Huskar as possible. And the good news about the top lane here for Team Secret is, obviously normally when you have a melee hero up against Batrider, it's just an instant lost lane, but with Legion Commander you can just purge off the charges, so that's obviously a really huge advantage for Simba in this top lane, so he should be okay here. Now when he starts to take pressure, he can just use Press the Attack. Yeah.
And he's good to go. Boom. And he has 5 sick charges. He's got a Tango to salve as well, plus the Press the Attack killed him quite a bit, so he's actually fine. Not to mention your Q button actually just kills everything, so that's good.
Yeah, overwhelming odds. Quite the nuke. Mid lane, Fada seems to be doing just fine here. This lane gets a little bit harder for Puck once the Shockwave gets leveled up and does a lot more damage, but at the early levels, Puck has a pretty easy time in this lane.
Kuro is just running at AUI. AUI is like, I don't want to be here anymore. Please don't kill me. So,
I mean, what is AUI going to do against Huskar? Nothing.
He'll die. That's pretty much it.
He'll die. That's for sure.
Eternal Living now up to 12 last hits, Huskar up to 16, so Kuroki has had his farm not stagnant necessarily, but slow down, certainly.
And that's actually not that bad, just because he's really looking for the levels in this lane. He's going to rely on getting hero kills. As soon as he gets level 6, he's going to harass back Envy. You know, he's going to get damage regardless. It's the beauty of a hero like Huskar, and they're going to have Legion Commander up in the top lane getting tons of CS.
S4?
It's a trade they're willing to make. Honestly, the only worry I have is just that supports in the offensive tri-lane. They're actually doing a bit better than the AUI, but they're still only level 2. This is the biggest problem with offensive tri-lanes. If you don't get kills, obviously, the supports can fall behind really quickly. So they're just doing a good job of actively rotating through here. They're stacking the Ancients. They'll be able to get some experience from that, too.
I mean, at some point, you might have to actually send them up top lane and just start stacking and pulling, because the lane's open to do so. I mean,
both the biggest issue I see is both these heroes really, really need level 6. I mean, obviously, Ancient Apparition really needs the Ice Blast, and Io desperately needs the Relocate. So
S4 is going to get Magic Missile. Skewer, Elusive Orb, not going to be there. He skewers Pylai Dai and puts him down to the low ground, but that actually helps him out in the end. That's first blood going for Fatsa. So nice play coming up from Cloud9. Good rotation coming in from the Vengeful Spirit. Puppey's good look for AY 2000, and he's in some trouble as well. A little bit too out of position. Pylai Dai is about to run into Kuro. Oh, maybe
Fada
not.
has a haste here. This could actually be really bad. They have Dream Coil.
Dream Coil onto Big Daddy.
He's just dead.
Yeah, he's going to die. The Spirits are going to go. He dies to one right click of Fatsa, and he actually just gets 2 kills in the first couple of minutes here in the game. So, Io going down. That was... And Fatsa's going to be, I think, the X factor here for Cloud9. It's going to be the hero that really shows if they could get back into this game or not, or continue to be a presence, so...
Batrider getting tons of CS in this top lane, not having to face up anything too difficult. I mean, it goes both ways. This Legion Commander can't really do much to Batrider. He's got the occasional nuke, but with the bottle for Bone 7, that's not too big of a deal. He's still going through the jungle, not really having to deal with anything. Envy is actually getting much better farm than I would have imagined in this lane. So things are actually going okay for C9. Now they just have to control what happens when the supports get level 6 and when Huskar gets level 6, because Ice Blast plus Huskar is, I mean, any hero is dead. So
that is not going to be a fun combination. Let alone the IO coming in having a decent amount of levels, which No-Tail at this point is struggling. And this is why I was wondering if there was going to be a dueling, because you talked about the aggro tri-lane failing, and you're exactly right. I mean, they need some levels on these support heroes.
Yeah.
They are ahead of Cloud9, but Cloud9 have been running around.
Puppy needs to figure out a way to find some solo farm here. I think getting this Ancient stack will actually be a big advantage for him once they decide to clear that. So
That is not yours to
Magnus, his level 6, he rotated top, was looking for a kill, was not able to convert. Batrider was just gone, so S4 not able to get anything happening there. He would like to use this RP to get a couple kills. Killing Envy with it is ideal.
Eternal Envy was going in. He was level 6, and he actually harassed Puppy down, and he time-lapsed away. So this is actually Envy playing this really well. Bone 7 is invised up, and he's looking for maybe a last. The Spirits are going to come in, and there's the Firefly. No Tail's trying to run away. There's going to be the last one to Kuroki. It's not going to do too much damage or any damage at all, really.
This does not seem like a good plan.
Bone 7 is like, I need to leave now. Goodbye. No Tail is in trouble, however. TP's coming in. It's going to be the Puck. They're going to Dream Coil on Kuroki. He can't 1v5. They're going to keep him up with overcharge, but he's taking a lot of damage. He's man-moding up onto Bone 7. It's not going to be enough. They get a kill. That's a big one onto Kuroki. 3 kills so far. They're going to get a 4th one as No Tail is going to get Magic Missile and right-clicked by Pylai. And Pylai actually gets the double kill. Oh, man. Wow, what a disaster. I thought Secret were going to be out and running here, but Cloud9 with some really good rotations and a great play from Fatsa.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not able to kill Envy in these fights, he'll kill Huskar eventually. I mean, there's enough heroes there to keep him sort of from doing his thing, and he doesn't have life break yet, which is pretty huge as well. So this is pretty bad for Secret, honestly. They need S4 to really make a huge impact right now. He still hasn't really done much this game. Only 33 CS for himself. Needs to figure out a way to get this rolling along.
I mean, he doesn't even really have Arcanes yet, so he actually went for the wand early, which is fine, but I mean, you need Arcanes and Blink on this hero, really. You can't. Yeah. You can go for straight Blink, but it's not ideal at all.
You can skewer into RP and get some kills at early levels, but obviously the Blink Dagger is a huge advantage in initiation since you can skewer them backwards. But I mean, S4, he's got Arcanes now. I think he'll probably be a little bit more active on the map once he has those. Does not have any levels in Empower, so I'm wondering how they're actually going to take this stack. It seems like they stopped stacking it.
You missed Kuro jamming out of the bottom lane. Eternal Envy just Shikuchi'd away, and so Kuroki just slid across the map and did some damage. Double damage with No Tail. You are in trouble, my friend. Good time lapse out, though. Actually saves his life. That was sketchy at best.
Yeah, still No Tail's only level 4. Poppy in mid lane getting dove on.
Waiting Rift. Dream Coil is going to go. S4 is here as well. He jaunts away. Fox is staying alive, and he might be able to get out. Looks like he will. S4 is going to try to cut him off on the pass, but Fox just TP's away. So
that's a smart play by Fada. He knows that if he goes up in the hill, potentially getting RP'd is, his life's over at that point. So Poppy, though, only level 3, just trying to get some solo farms, solo levels, but it might be too late for him now. Look at the life break on Envy is super annoying for him.
It's a 12-second cooldown, and Kuroki is just going to get healed back up, essentially, as soon as he uses the R button.
So Bone 7 has a Blink Dagger. That's pretty huge. I mean, the Wisp is so underleveled now that they're going to have some free initiations with no relocate to disjoint the Batrider. So this is really, really good for Cloud9.
They really need to get these levels up. Simba's going to get lassoed, and they are going to chase him down. He's going to pick up the Invis room. Wow, he actually might live. Lightning Bolt, and they'll get some vision. They see him. They're going to right-click him once. Simba did juke while he was still visible, but Eternal Envy gets a kill on No Tail again as he was chasing him down towards the Roche Pit. It's 5-0, and yeah, this is a problem because I would have said if No Tail lived there and he was able to get some experience up in the jungle or up in the top lane, maybe he can get to 6 and they could turn things around with a relocate. But at this point, they're starting to get pretty far behind. I mean,
yeah. I mean, the thing is that the supports from C9, it's great for Curtis to be level 6. And Vengeful Spirit, it matters a little bit, but it's not nearly as big of a deal as it is AA, who are both a full level and a half behind the supports from C9. And again, it just comes down to the aggro tri-lane failing them, not being able to get any solo farm. Now they're stuck in the situation where they're super underleveled and they can't solo farm because Fada can kill them, Envy can kill them. They're in a rough spot now.
You make a good point. You don't necessarily need Zeus Soul. I mean, Lightning Bolt does enough damage as it is. Magic Missile's
Lightning Bolt's enough.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, and Magic Missile's amazing. It's one of the prime reasons you pick it. The armor reduction from Wave of Terror is going to be helpful to kill Kuro, which is, I mean, that's part of the reasons why these engagements have gone so well. Is Palladi is actually maxing the Wave of Terror, so Envy's able to put out a lot more damage.
This is a build that I've seen a lot and has been picked a lot for Vengeful Spirit. Specifically, Palladi has done this a bit, and Team Seeker I think has done the same a lot with I think globally building this. There's going to be a jam in, and Kuro's just going to take a lot of damage by doing so, and he also takes a bit of harass. He's got to counter ward quickly as he sees this observer ward. And
I mean, the good news for Kuro is he pretty much won't die now since No Tail's just sitting behind him. But again, No Tail's getting nothing out of this, and now Kuro taking a lot of damage. Healed up by... Is he going to still die?
He's just dead. That was just like... He jumped in, he's like, I've made a huge mistake. And he just dies immediately right afterwards. Like,
this game's probably just... Honestly, like, this game is really hard now for Secret. Again, S4 still hasn't been able to do anything. He's going straight for the Blink Dagger. He knows that they need a huge team fight victory. He doesn't get the Arcanes, going straight for the Blink. And this is, like, pretty all-in. If you get the Blink Dagger in the next fight, you don't win it, the game's pretty much over, because you're never going to get paid.
Look at Eternal Envy. Wow, Zeusalt's going to go in. Eternal Envy's going to get cold feeded, and he doesn't have time lapse. He's in trouble. He can't Jikuchi. He's going to go down. That's actually just their first kill goes on Eternal Envy, who dove a little bit too hard. The cold feed came out. Meanwhile, the top lane, they get a kill onto Simba using the lasso. So, a couple of kills across the map. They lose Eternal Envy, yes, but it's probably fine.
Man, they get a lot out of it, killing Simba, the solo laner. S4 almost has his Blink Dagger, but again, like if they don't win the next fight here, they're going to be in a really, really bad situation. But I think there's potential. Obviously, I mean, RP is like a Ravage level ability. It's pretty unbelievable if you land a good one. There is an AA ulti going top, and I don't think they're going to get it. Yeah, Bone 7's out of here.
Oh, AU, I was running the edge of it here. If he had walked into the trees or something, he would have gotten hit by it. Not that it would have mattered. It wouldn't have killed him.
Dire's middle tower is
so...
under attack.
For now, you do almost have level 6 up on IO. You saw the level 6 come out from the Ancient Apparition, so that kill on Eternal Envy did something. For Puppy, at least, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. I mean, RP... Now they have RP, Duel, and Ice Blast. Those three abilities definitely have the potential to win them a team fight, so... A good reaction here by C9. They're going to smoke. They want the engagement on their terms.
All 5 heroes are mid for Secret here. You have 2 or 3 heroes for Cloud9. And Fox is like, yeah, we want to go on this, by the way. I don't care if everyone's here. Let's just stream coil. Let's find some kills.
Though. This could be...
EE is going to get this courier. Yeah. Goodbye. That's rather unfortunate. There was nothing on it, luckily. But
still not what you're looking for, though.
There's going to be the Zeusalot going in, Pilot Eye. The duel is up. The Ice Blast goes, and that's going to be a winner. Kuroki looking for a kill. Now the Dream Coil onto 2. Bone 7's going to jump in. He's looking for a lasso, but the Lightning Bolt immediately destroys poor No Tail. Lasso to Kuroki. He's getting right-click down. Nice press the attack coming up from Simba. Here comes Eternal Envy. Armlet's still going. Bone 7 jumping in. RP, but only onto Bone 7. Actually onto 2. Fonz in trouble. He's dead as well. It's still a disaster right now for Secret. Eternal Envy's going to get a triple here, it looks like. Simba's getting chased down. Press the attack, keeping him alive. There's the time lapse out, and actually they won't get the team web coming out. Eternal Envy taking too much tower harass. And Simba is the only one to live because of press the attack. Lightning Bolt goes in. No Tail is back in as well. Pilot Die coming in. Another press the attack. Simba has no Blink Dagger yet. Overwhelming odds is going to go, but the fight has been stifled. What an engagement.
You know, that fight looked really bad for Secret overall, but they're so far behind that in that fight they actually go even on gold. So, I mean, not great for them, but they are able to kill 2 cores, so that's pretty huge. And if he had gotten another kill there, that would have been a much different situation. Probably, honestly, a complete disaster. But Simba, really nice job there, hiding in the trees. Now has his own money for a Blink Dagger. So Secret are getting the tools here to make a comeback in this game. The only thing that worries me is that Huskar falls off. I mean, he's a Huskar. He's not exactly great in the late game. He can be pretty unkillable, but Envy is just going to shred him as soon as he gets some items.
I mean, at this point, it feels like and he doesn't have treads, let alone like any other set of boots. He's got armlet, and that's it. I mean, he really is just like, I want to survive as long as possible. But you mentioned in the late game, he doesn't do much. I mean, maybe Simba if he gets a lot of duel wins, and then obviously S4 with some really, really good RPs. But at this point, Envy is sitting on a Lincoln Sphere, well, close to a Lincoln Sphere. He's got his Perseverance, treads, Aquila, bottle. So he has some luxury early game items. And then Bone 7 has bots and a Blink Dagger already. I mean, this is typical Bone 7 play. So it's just that good for Cloud9 right now, and we'll see if they can continue the aggression. Meanwhile, John going to come in from Fatsa more than likely. He's going to get jammed down, but the phase shift and the John actually avoided. Ice Blast, they're going to relocate on top of him.
He might still be dead.
Yeah, the one right click from Kuroki gets the kill. Whew. He comes
Those are the kind of pickoffs that Secret need to get. I mean, this is what their team's built for, so. Bone 7 taking some damage up on the high ground. Should be fine. There's no one in the area. Teleports on cooldown. Secret going to pressure bottom. maybe.
Zeus ult coming in. They're going to TP mid, and S4 is like, I wanted to jump in, but I guess I'm not going to.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty big thing from Curtis, being able to cancel that Blink Dagger on the Magnus when they know he's getting in position. It's going to work, obviously, on the Legion Commander as well, so that's a pretty good tool for them. Bottom lane, though,
they're going to
fight. An AA ulti coming in.
Swap, Magic Missile, double damage on Eternal Envy. Yeah. They almost kill Pilot Eye. Now No Tail's alone. He's dead as well. So that's just how it goes. I mean, maybe if they don't have the double damage, that fight goes a bit differently, but probably was going to live regardless.
They probably still would have both died. Maybe they get one kill out of it instead, but that's those are the kind of fights that they can't really afford. And Bone 7, Modpack's pointing out, he is just on fire. He almost has his 4 staff right now, and this is an outrageous amount of farm. Puck now with the Blink Dagger, so there's the initiation for Fada. I don't think C9 are going to let them breathe here. I think they're just going to keep pressure on and make sure Envy's getting some farm.
Weaver's like one of those heroes that doesn't need a ton of farm to take this game. If they have really good pressure from their team overall, like they could just take team fights, and then in the process of doing so, they could take an Aegis and take the game at some point in time. But
yeah, the Lincolns should be pretty good for Envy. The only thing is obviously Puppy can disable it really easily, but beyond that, it's not that much that really turns it off. So I actually really like the pickup on the Weaver this game. I mean, it's a very common item on Weaver, but some games it's not that great. This game it should be pretty good.
The life break is on a 12-second cooldown, but Lincoln Sphere is
I mean, if you waste it, then that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Curtis, they know what's up now.
Yeah, they know the smoke's going on. Eternal Envy's like, I need to leave, but I'm going to get RP'd coming in. The duel might go as well. The skewer as well. They need vision. The duel is going to come in. They get it off. Winner goes for Simba. All right. Smoke of the Sea gank. Despite AUI giving them vision, it's not enough. And Simba gets the kill and the duel damage, so not bad.
That's the initiation. I mean, they've got double Blink Dagger, so things like that are well within their reach. Good pick off there. Secret just need to continue this and be able to get really favorable engagements, make sure that they get some duel wins, make sure that Huskar's in a position where he can put out a lot of damage. And I mean, look how fast they can kill towers once Kuro's taking some damage. Jesus.
Well, plus the press the attack, it's actually absurd.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's like you have a heal and you also have attack speed. So you're just going to do some work. Smoke from AUI, Bone 7, and Pilot Eye, but there is every hero here. S4 is like, there's something fishy going on. Meanwhile, Blink, Lasso, Simba is in some trouble. Lightning Bolt, Magic Missile, they will grab this kill. Nicely done. Swap in. Pilot Eye. There's the skewer down to the low ground. They jump in. Kuro wants to man up. He's going to find it at one. Puppy's not dead yet. They dusted up Eternal Envy. He's going to Shikuchi away. AUI going to work, getting a killing spree here. Jumping from Fanta. The Dream Cold going as well. Jaunts away, but look at Kuro run at people. Double kill coming out from the Huskar. It's going to be a triple kill as well. And Secret are starting to now run over Cloud9 in this team fight. Fanta is running away. They TP up top with Bone 7. He's going to start farming. He's like, this fight is over. And Secret actually take a victory in that engagement.
That's a huge victory for Secret too. I mean, when you're able to get those really drawn out fights, it's pretty good. I mean, there was a buyback in that fight, something you do have to account for, but winning fights like that is huge for them. Start getting them some momentum.
That's a big pickup. Obviously, you mentioned Simba buying back, but he doesn't seem to mind.
Yeah, I mean, they get a dual win out of it. He's got 38 damage. That's fine. If they trade even on these fights for a little bit, they should maybe you can get a critical mass where they can just start destroying fights for a little bit. But obviously, if it goes too late, then Envy is going to be a big issue. But he's still working towards that Lincoln's. It's 20 minutes now. I mean, he has a lot of kills, but he does not have a lot of last hits. He's just been roaming around the map. He's facing constant pressure from the Huskar, so he's not really able to farm in this bottom lane. So I mean, Envy has made an okay job out of this game, but I mean, just given how much pressure he's under, he can't really farm that much. So we'll find out if that's enough for Secret to break this game open. And I think it potentially could be. I mean, you saw in that last fight, Kuro went crazy.
He had 3 of his team's 9 deaths, and I think that's something that Envy needs to work on. You talked about his last hits, and yeah, that's true as well. So it's not like he's getting a ton of farm. They're staying this game by just sheer brute force at this point. Bo instead of having a good time. So
I mean, they know that Kuro becomes unkillable soon if they can keep Envy from getting any damage items. So I think that's their goal, and I mean, it's working thus far with Envy having to stop for this Lincoln's. It's going to be a while for him to actually have a damage item. I mean, he probably can go something straight like Chrysalis right away, which gives you some decent damage, but still, that's a while off. He still has another, 1,100 gold to get his ultimate orb, and then 21 for Chrysalis, so it's going to be a little bit.
I think Bone 7 might be getting Lincoln Sphere as well, as he has the Perseverance. We've talked about like Refresher in the past, but I don't see that being the case.
Lincoln seems good on bone setting.
That is the last one, no-tail. That range looked like it was maxed. The lightning bolt, no-tail is going to die. There's a Dream Coil going in as well into Kuroki. He's not going to really mind. He's just going to sit here and last hit as well. But no-tail does go down, so. And Kuro is the only one of the top 5 of the net worth here for, or top 4 of the net worth for Secret. So that's just something to keep in mind, and that's how this game has gone.
Yeah, those supports are still struggling, but now that they have the level 6 and Ancient Apparition actually almost has level 11. They're recovering nicely here.
Well,
aggressively taking Ancients, and now Secret are going for Roshan.
They've tried doing this a couple of times now. Kuro is kind of low. He's going to armlet toggle, and Zeusel's going to go, and Kuro takes like no damage from that, but don't get bashed, Kuro. Oh god, the swarm. The swarm! Look out! Alright, he kills it immediately. And they're gonna...
Can't see that actually go in on this.
I think they could. They can't clump
up, though. The
problem
is that if they do anything wrong, they just get RP'd, dueled.
Yeah.
There's no Zeus ultimate to stop them from engaging.
Kuro is running at Pilot Eye. I think Pilot Eye is actually just dead. Magic Missile is going to go, but he dies to the Burning Spears. Kuroki takes the Lightning Bolt, and AY is caught out as well, and he's going to fall, it looks like. And there's the duel going in from Simba. They're going to get another duel win, and
yeah,
I don't know, man. This looks pretty good for Secret, all things considered.
Secret are playing valiantly, getting back into this one, and this is obviously when you have these, even just the threat of these big team fight ultimates, it makes Cloud9 play very, very carefully in these situations, especially around the Roche pit. So their dire side, they know that Roche is going to give them a huge advantage in the next fight. So they're doing can get this, and they are going to get it now, even though they're committing a huge amount to this. And Envy is farming while this is happening. It could give them a huge victory in the next fight.
You could see that Cloud9 are tiptoeing around the Roche pit, and the RP is going to go in the skewer for Envy now, and he is in some trouble. He does Shikuchi, and the last, so he stays alive. The Shikuchi got off before the RP came. The Waning Rift going as well. Simba and Kuro both low. Wave of Tear, they're getting chased down. Pilot Eye looking for the kill. A jam in from Kuroki. Swap out, right click, Pilot Eye is going to fall again. Kuro wants to keep going. They're going to chase Simba back up to the high ground, make sure he stays alive. They're going to help his teammate out. And Fatsa couldn't get a kill there. He was out of mana after that Dream Coil. Oh, the Zeus ult does get Simba, though. And it will be a 2-for-1 exchange. And they might get Roshan on the back end of this.
Boy.
It's going to be close if Envy wants to go in.
Yeah, I mean, even not getting the Roche there is a big issue because they spent all that time they normally would have been pressuring Envy, keeping him from farming, and they were taking Roshan instead. So now his Lincoln's is done, and we're moving towards that damage item much more quickly than Secret would prefer. So they do need to be... but look, Kuroki has a Reaver now, so... That, coupled with the amount of healing they have, the physical damage is still going to have to be pretty large to actually kill him. So, Secret are definitely playing at a disadvantage here, but, you can't really root against them when they're winning fights like this.
I think right now for Secret, they need to get Dust, actually, on this Magnus. He's RP'd twice, and Envy has, Shikuchi'd right beforehand every time, and they skewered him back down, and they're like, oh, we can't duel him because we don't have vision. So that's been kind of an issue. And now that he has Lincoln Sphere, it's going to be even more of an issue. They have to break that Lincoln off before they can duel him. So it looks like Secret will get the kill onto Roshan here, and the Aegis will go, but this is a big pickup.
That's the big issue, is they can't chain the RP into duel as easily. And with limited ways to actually turn off that Lincoln's, they're going to have to be careful here. Cold Feet's really all they have, so... I guess, maybe they'll get some Force Staffs to help with it.
They have 2 Lincolns now, so if they can chain those Lincoln Spheres together, all of a sudden Eternal Envy becomes unkillable.
Yeah, that's actually that's a really good tool for them to be able to do.
Hey.
Oh god, I think these teams have all been in Sweden together for too long. Oh, no, I guess Secret's not in Sweden actually.
Yeah, they're not
that's
there.
True. Yeah,
Secret's who knows what they're doing. Boot camping, not boot camping, getting ready for the summit.
Magnus not had the impact that we normally like to see out of S4 Magnus. 0-2 and 5 has had some success this game, but not nearly what we're used to seeing. He's still capable of making some huge plays, though, and that's the beauty of the Magnus, especially if he's able to get something like a Refresher. Then it gets really scary. I think it looks like he's going for Force, though.
Yeah, Force Staff is pretty common on this hero at this point.
Yeah, positioning is just so important with him, and being able to push Kuroki towards someone could be nice as well.
Speaking of Kuroki, they actually have vision of him. They just put this ward down, so he was running at the top lane, and they're like, he's just not going to be able to get a kill here. So, by the way, Satanic, maybe? He has a Reaver. He's going to have it pretty soon if he wants it.
Yeah, it's a great item on Huskar. Another way for him to heal when he gets close to death. I mean, there's so many ways for them to do this. They're going to go middle, though. Oh
good duel from
God.
Simba. Really well played. They just blow heroes up. Now it's time to take them into tier 1.
I like the way the Secret are playing this. They're going really aggressive on pickoffs, and obviously their team's built for that with all the blink daggers and the relocate as well. And looks like Simba now is probably going to be going for a BKB, so they're going to have a bit better game in big fights.
I think at this point...
Still need a way to deal with this double Lincolns on Envy, though. That is going to be a problem.
I don't know how they... you have to find some way to break that. They have 4 staffs coming out. You talked about the S4 4 staff. That's going to be huge to break it. RP. Wow, that was a big RP. I thought Bone 7 almost got out of that. Shockwave, they're trying to duel him up, it looks like, but they can't get the kill.
Yeah.
And he just runs away. It's just that easy.
Able to use Cold Feet to turn off, but that minuscule amount of time it takes could cost you the duel, so... Working out so far on with that Lincoln's.
I mean, there is an attack animation coming out from the Cold Feet. You'd be better to have a 4 staff, but they don't have that yet, so... They can't cancel it. You'd like to RP and then cancel the Lincolns immediately with Lincolns or with a 4 staff, but that's just not the case. While that all happens, they do take the tier 1 tower. No, it's actually denied mid, so it's just something to keep in mind. And back and forth we go.
I wonder if Puppy will forego like an Aghanims in favor of like an Atos or another 4 staff to help them turn off the spheres. I mean, it's really hard. It's really hard to not get the Aghanims. It's just such an amazing item on AA, but.
I mean, he already has an urn now, and it's 27 minutes in. Generally, if you're going for an eggs, you'd like to see it early. It's
yeah, that's one way for them to get rid of the...
You'll Scepter on a Kuroki. Ice Blast is going to go as well. And Kuroki's trying to chase down Fox, but he's too quick. And the Spirit's catching on Bone 7. He forces and TP's away. He'll make it out, so he's fine.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Lincoln's obviously for... Yeah, Lincoln for Bone 7 obviously is going to let him engage a little bit easier as well. So the thing is that Lasso is only going to be so good just because of Fly having the dual or the press the attack rather, so you can always purge off that Lasso.
66 bonus damage for Simba now.
Yeah, he's racking in the dual wins. He's level 16 now, so now this is when the damage really starts flowing. You win a couple duels and you are swinging quite heavily.
And you get empowered too, and all of a sudden you have some extra damage. Not only going for your they're gonna relocate in. It's gonna be up onto.
Nobody.
It's not Fata.
The puck was there, yeah.
He blinked away. It's like
very,
Simba.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Very, very sneaky. Puck just so annoying to deal with, and he actually has a ton of CS, 100.
Yeah, Fata's having a good game. Although, all of a sudden, there's the same amount of towers for both teams. They're both sitting at tier 2s at this point.
Yeah. BKB for Simba, and still not a huge amount of physical damage here from C9. And Envy, what is his item going to be? I mean, he could go for another farming item since they are actually now doing okay. You know, they're not being pressured very, very heavily. They still have all their tier 2s. So Mjolnir is now pretty insane on Weaver, so that's an option. Or he could just go straight for like a traditional damage item, or you know, something like a heart. So he's got some options here. Going for another farming item doesn't seem ridiculous, just because I mean something like a Maelstrom and a Mjolnir gives you good damage as well. So
he's going Radiance Kappa.
You know,
sometimes you just gotta pick up that sacred relic at 3,800 gold.
It's good. I mean, get it. Sometimes you gotta kill supports.
Sometimes you just need to run over people. No, he's probably gonna pick up a Desolator, I imagine. Armor reduction is gonna be huge. Not that they don't have that already. The Satanic is done, and he has an extra Reaver as well. So he gets a full Satanic and an extra Reaver. This man is unkillable. Wow.
That's the goal anyway. Gonna go Heart next probably, and I mean he's just gonna be.
You just don't die ever.
It's gonna be hard to kill. Yeah, that is an issue.
Okay, let's talk about HP. Armlet Toggled plus Satanic plus Heart of Frask. What are you at? 4K HP maybe?
Yeah, something like that. It's a lot.
And the only problem is you don't have much physical damage resistance, although 50% is not bad. I mean, with...
yeah, I mean, it's not like Envy's going to be chewing through a 4K hero right now.
They're going to get a kill top on Puppy who gets caught out of position. He actually has 17 armor.
They have duel here.
Relocating.
Pilot might be dead.
Yeah, oh yeah, the Spirits, wow, they relocate on top of him. The Spirits into the duel, just kill him immediately.
No Tail is so on point with this hero. I don't know, like, paired with a Huskar even they're owning. I don't know if you can let No Tail play this hero.
That's been the case for most of the tournament.
It's just ridiculous.
Cloud and I are like, all right, we're going to test our luck against No Tail and see what happens. And it's just like, I don't know if that was the best idea. S4 is going to skewer away. Right click, not enough to get the kill. Top lane, tier 2 towers be taken. There's going to be the glyph. They have to blink away. And Denai's going to go for Kuro. So good job there. Zoning out the heroes.
Fada looks like he's going to be going for a Hex next, and I like that quite a bit for obvious reasons against the Huskar. And Deso, the choice for Envy, and I think this is good.
Now the armor reduction, and this is one way to burn through Kuro's life pool.
Yeah, that's a good item choice here. Being able to take down Kuro is an issue, and obviously, I mean, he is going to do a lot of damage to himself. So, yeah, that's true.
It's a bit of effective HP. Let's just say he's not necessarily unkillable, but he's about as close to that as he can get.
He's very tanky, yeah.
I mean, he gets a BKB and...
I mean, the one thing is that being unkillable is great, but he is, you know, really, really late in the game. He's not going to have as much damage, so... I think there is probably a window here. Oh boy, S4.
Oh my god, what a press the attack. S4 still is probably dead, I think. Yeah, he's dead. He is going in the jump in. There's the time lapse going in as well. The dust is going to fly, and they can't chase him down. Eternally just gets 2 snipes real quick, then backs away. The rest of them leave as well. I mean, they lose nothing out of it. The relocate goes back up to the top lane. Simply, you're alone, buddy.
Dead.
Goodbye, Fly. You had a good life, my friend.
Trying to get aggressive there and take down Envy, but that backfires.
I mean, he's like, where's my team? Oh, they relocated back top, huh?
Yeah.
So, now it's time to take some towers. Envy and Cloud9, they're starting to dominate. They've really found a way to play up against this Huskar. They've killed S4 numerous times.
Yeah, they've dealt with the mag extremely well.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really not done much at all. And Fada's been able to silence him pretty effectively. They have a lot of good tools to just take the fight as they want with the duels and things like that. This could be bad for Fada. He looks dead.
Oh, he's dead as hell. But that's alright. They put some pressure on the tier 3 tower. They get a good fight. They get the tier 2 tower bottom lane as well. And Envy is up to 2,000 gold already. I mean, that's it. They could maybe just keep finding farm and keep taking engagements and maybe even Roshan. And now Bones of it is going Refresher. There's no reason to pick up this Perseverance for any reason other than the Refresher.
Refresher's actually pretty good here, I think. I mean, if you can pull the Huskar and the Legion, then you're doing well in that fight.
I mean, any 2 heroes are going to be really great pickoffs in this situation.
I mean, obviously the draw there is then at that point, if you lasso Simba and No Tail's not around, then how are they going to break the lasso? 3-second one as well. This could be really good.
This is a tough game to be in if you're Secret.
Yeah, I mean, it's still winnable just because they have huge ultimates and they have Wisp. I mean, I'll never bet against Wisp in any sort of scenario. And Kuro is ultra farmed, but is going to be held back by the hero, potentially.
He has like no attack speed when he has full health. Even with Armlet, he is so slow. He doesn't do that much damage.
They're going to try to go on him. This is a big test right here.
He's going to go on Fots regardless. No Tail's like, I need to relocate away. He actually has to, and he leaves Kuro to die. They're going to use him twice. No Tail is... Actually, his relocate was stopped.
Boy.
And now Kuroki is just getting blown up. There's the Dream Cloak. I mean, the lasso as well as press the attack. RP on the pilot eye. EE avoids it beautifully with his Shikuchi, but they've still lost 2 already. And they're not done yet. They're looking to find more. Simba trying to get into a good waiting room from Fatsa to stay alive. They're going to back away, jump out from Fatsa, and that could have been and should have been a lot worse for Secret.
Yeah, I mean, the RP only catching 1, not duel off. A lot of things went really well in that fight for C9, and they get away from that one with very limited losses. And again, Secret are going to try to go for this Roshan. I think this is a good move. It's a big objective for them.
There's no way they could fight this, I don't think. Now that Dream Coil is down, they don't
I don't think so.
This is going to be Kuroki's Aegis. And I don't know what you do at this point. But
I think you just got to just jam it down a lane. Kuroki has Heart, he has Satanic, he has Armlet. Slap Menegus on him and look at him go. Hope for the best.
You're on your own, Kuro. Not really.
Yeah,
you have IO to
they've got
out,
a ton of ways to buff him, but you know, C9 have been taking these fights and like they've been so spread out, so fragmented that, to be honest, Kuro just hasn't been able to connect on a lot of heroes. He's not able to just sit in the middle of the fight and slap him, you know. So
they're very mobile between Eternal and Puck and even.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Well. They have a Shikuchi, Weaver, which is super quick. Fought obviously. Bat Rider is now super mobile. That he has the Force Staff as well. AUI is really the only one who's not super mobile, but he's actually been doing a good job of just not really dying that much. Only 3 deaths for him, so that's pretty good.
He's got a 4-step and Eagle Scepter, so he's a little bit more mobile than you'd expect out of a Zeus. He's a lot more speedy.
He can at least move a little bit in 4-staff if he gets really close to someone who doesn't want.
I mean, this guy's geriatric generally when he doesn't have these items. Like it's like he's got a broken hip or something. He's like, I can't goddamn move. My move speed is like below 300 with boots, so that's not the case.
And the Zeus ult is actually a really, really good initiation tool for them, and a really good way to control the fight since it turns off all the blink daggers. I really like this support Zeus.
This isn't the first time I've seen it, but it's certainly been one of the most effective times I've seen it. And it's not surprising that AUI is the one that is able to make it work the best, at least for
on top of it, it also drops No Tail down like a ton of HP, and now we're finally seeing the Ghost Scepters coming up, and that's potentially an issue for C9 that they have to deal with, just on the supports right now, but still, I mean, you can't get it anymore in Huskar, thank God, but
well,
that was a rough time.
Kuroki is sitting on. He just actually has max regen with a Heart of Trask.
Yeah, I mean, where does he go from here? Curtis using a scouting Thunder God's Wrath there, and now they know what's up. They can just push out lanes.
Yeah, they're gonna go top.
Bada's really good at this. Just like really like ratty puck. He gets a ton of farm from it. He's really, really good at using all of the puck's abilities to just stay away from getting killed. And with that, he's able to put a lot of pressure on with this puck. And we've seen this time and time again. Secret's just going to jam it down bottom, though. They need to get to tier 2. They have no tier 2s down.
I mean, tier 3 is going to get pressure. And if they don't get this tier 2 now, tier 3 is going to die.
Hey, ultimate's going to come up. That's going to land on just 1.
I mean, Eternal Envy could just time-lapse that. But he backs away. They're waiting for the creep wave that actually stops the push. And this is going to give the tower down bottom to Kuroki, but I think they can TP back and try to defend this if they stay up top, which actually, Cloud9 are already backing up, but I feel like they should force the TP rotations. They do force 1. Bone 7's still sitting here on the low ground, and the rest of them are going to keep going. In fact, the only one not there is going to be the S4 Magnus. They kind of need him.
Interesting.
They're going to fight.
I'm a little surprised that MD left. I don't know. I mean, I thought he was just going to pressure. He does have a double damage rune. Scary. Now Secret back up. They look really afraid.
You don't want to get lassoed from the low ground. I mean,
the other thing is that I'm not sure they can actually win a fight without the Magnus. So
I mean, I think that's absolutely true. S4 is nowhere near the engagement.
Envy has a Daedalus now, though. This game, I think it's just going to go too long. And Envy's just going to... I mean, look, Envy's now critting for almost 600. My dog's going insane.
Yeah, we can hear in the background. It's beautiful. The sounds of Thanksgiving in the background.
That's it, man. The sounds of Thanksgiving. But now Secret going to pressure bottom lane, and now Magnus is with them. We'll see if they can take a fight.
Kirk is he's going to go to the high ground.
Smoke up. C9 are going to take this engagement in their terms.
It's going to be bad.
Might get a huge lasso here.
Kuroki, again, he has the Aegis. He's got a heart. They're going to lasso a Puppy. Maybe not the best target, but it's going to be Hero Dead regardless. Dreamcore on the backside of this, and they can't engage. RP, no, S4, come on. No, he's going to fall as well. Double kill for Eternal Envy. Kuroki is going into the well. He's going to try to man up and do as best as possible. Eternal Envy has to time-lapse. It is Kuroki against the world now. What can he get done with an Aegis? What can he get done with an art? And obviously, their armlet as well. He gets 1. He's got a double kill. Eternal Envy, is he going to get 3? There's the heart going in, and obviously the Aegis is going to be wasted, so...
Envy's just a little bit too low HP here, I think, to play this game.
Yeah, they don't... I think Kuroki, actually, if he runs at them, he could kill all of them.
They're going to go for it.
They're going to try to fight him.
Here.
Oh, he missed it! He missed the silence. This isn't good. And they're going to jaunt... Yeah, okay. That was like a dangerous game to be playing. He's like, missed the silence, going to have to jaunt away goodbye. So he'll make his way out of there. Kuroki is just going to say, okay, that's fine. You've killed my entire team. Not a big deal.
Oh, there's a haste rune waiting for him, so he's going to be just fine here. That was not good. So that's the issue. Like, Huskar might be unkillable, but the rest of your team certainly is not, and they all die. Kuro can only do so much if it's completely by himself, so... them losing that push is not the end of the game, but it's certainly not good. And now it's 10k net worth up for C9, and that's a lot.
I really feel like S4 and that RP had to hit there, and it just didn't. It just didn't.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Maybe the game's not over.
Lasso up on S4. The Magnus is going to get caught out, and they're going to relocate on him. They're going to try to fight this Puppy's here as well. They're going to try to fight Bone 7. He's going to get jammed up. There's the Lincoln Sphere going to protect him, but they still kill him regardless. Now Fata trying to get out of there, and he might make it duel. Simba, he's so close. The range. Phase shift.
Should be good.
And he has the Lincoln Sphere. That's the problem. That's true.
Yeah, there's potentially a lot of issues here for Secret, even though they're doing a good job with this.
Is broken. Shockwave. And they get one kill, I guess. That's better than losing the Magnus, I suppose. So.
Yeah, it's better than not getting anything, but Secret are certainly struggling here. And with 45 seconds until that Batrider is up, they're not going to be able to do anything bottom. Secret, they just need to, I think, smoke and try to get a couple aggressive pickoffs and then hope for the best when they push in afterwards.
I mean, Crow is... I was talking about his damage with his attack speed and how it wasn't that great. He's got a butterfly now, and regardless of the fact that this is an agility item for an agility hero,
I mean, that
you're
evasion,
getting armor,
that
you're getting
speed,
evasion, you're getting attack speed.
This is good stuff.
You're getting the active as well, by the way. The move speed bonus for 20%. Flutter's actually just such a dumb name. I'm not gonna lie. That just seems super stupid.
Not a fan?
No, I'm really
Weaver,
not.
I mean, Weaver can still... I mean, Weaver's still got item slots here, so MKB... I think the two items he's probably looking for now are MKB and Heart. I mean, he could get a Butterfly of his own, but I'm not sure that's great against late break.
Yeah, this is...
MKB gonna... I mean, he's gonna have to buy that now, though.
He will, otherwise his damage is gonna fall off.
Yeah, otherwise, Kuro's just gonna stand there in these fights. Oh, God.
The problem, like, Kuro's dangerous, man.
He really
is.
Man.
I mean... Huskar might fall off a little bit, but he's still doing tons of damage.
Like,
still leading the net worth. Now has the butterfly as well to just stand in the fights.
If Envy, like, just, you know, stands next to, or rather, if Kuro stands next to Envy.
Envy cannot fight Kuro straight up.
No, it's definitely not possible. Even with time lapse, even with Shikuchi. Yeah, not to mention that they don't have a gem. If they had gotten a gem this game and put it on Kuro, that's frightening. And not that he has a way to lock anybody down, but. Yeah, he is, in fact, raid boss level at this point. There is nothing else to say about that.
BKB for Magnus, I think that's a really good choice, given how he's just not been able to do anything in these fights. And unfortunately, Puppy just not really had an opportunity here to actually farm at all. So it's not like we have the Aghanims even close on the Ancient Apparitions. So that's unfortunate, but that's just sort of how it is. No-Tail has died quite a bit, 3 and 10, but now with the Ghost Scepter, that should go down at least a little bit. But when you're the Wisp, Weaver is brutal to play against because he can just run at you and kill you, and there's not anything you can do about it unless you have someone to tether to.
I really like how they've played up against IO this game. They know that No-Tail is fantastic on this hero, and he's done really well for himself, but they've made him not a non-factor.
Very, very weak to a hero like Weaver.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's not even just Weaver. They have the Lasso. They have, obviously, Swap. They have Zeusult. There's multiple ways to kill the hero.
Thunder God's Wrath at early levels takes like half a hit.
Relocate Skewer. Do they have Vision onto Eternal V again? They put the Sentry down a bit too late, and he's going to get away. The Lincoln Sphere has been broken. They need a duel. Simba can't get there. And
he still might die.
Maybe he is going to go down. Wow, the Shockwave. I thought he was going to actually live through there, but they finally realized they need a Gem of True Sight. No more playing around. They are going to maybe go on bottom. Maybe Kuro's going to go into AUI, actually. Yule Scepter's going to keep him alive. The Spirits are going to get the kill. Godlike coming out from Kuro. They denied the tower. I mean,
the power of Huskar, boys.
Maybe he is the best late game here.
I don't know.
Secret just don't lose in the late game, man. How many times have we said that? How many times has that been brought up? They just don't lose in the late game.
That's wrong. I mean, I guess when you're this farmed on a Huskar, he is 12 and 4, level 23.
He's getting Assault Cuirass next.
I mean, it comes down to the engagements. If C9 get the engagement they want, there's no way that Kuro can really win. But when they're able to just pick people off like this, Kuro has ridiculous single target.
He has no buyback, by the way. He is dead. Well, actually, no, just kidding. He just got it, I think. But he just got that buyback. Okay, he's good to go. Never mind. And they need to buy back here, I think. Otherwise, it's tier 3, and this Rax is gone. I mean, you can see that Fox is pushing in bottom lane, and that's great and everything, but they've got to fight.
Doing the pot of puck thing. This is just what he does.
You've got to be kidding me.
If his teammates aren't buying back, he can't do anything.
I mean, they're going to trade Raxes maybe. Fatsa can't get this Rax. He has to TP home. The Raxes are gone mid. It's Secret. They just don't lose in the late game. There is going to be a Lasso going on to Kuro. Relocate's going to go, and they're going to get him out. They're going to get him out in time. No Tail might martyr for this, but it's more than okay, I think. That is just a beautiful play.
Totally worth it.
Dual spots
really
go.
Well played.
Envy
that
is
was
top lane, by the way. Zusalt's going to fly. Kuro wants to fight this. Dreamcoil's going to go on the backside. They want to TP away. They're going to get one out. The rest of them are still looking to just make their escape. Puppey does get away. Now Fata, Eul Scepter, Lasso's going to go again. That's going to be a Crow. They're going to try to bring him in the damn well if they can. They're not going to get there in time, though. He has the Aegis. Match Missile's going to go. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
Great pressed attack. He's zoning them into the wall. Fata's jumping out now. BKB going in. Puppey is dealing. RP is canceled. They've got to back away. The tier 3 now gone. Kuro going to work on the ranged racks. They're crumbling. Kuro is trying to go onto the puck here. Fata is able to phase shift the jump in, and now the melee rax is the target here. Kuro is a man. This guy is 40. There's the duel, but EE is going to be the victor there. They're zoning out S4, and Kuro is going to have to do all of this work on his own. He's going to jump in. Another great Eul Scepter. EE is getting man-to-find. He's going to time-lapse away. Kuro back up to full health with his Satanic. Going to work. Bone 7 getting right-click down. Kuro is a god. He is a god amongst men, amongst mere mortals. Bone 7.
A couple seconds here, too.
This Rax is in some trouble. They're going to get the kill. The ultra kill from Envy. Is it enough? Magic Missile. They are throwing everything at Kuro, and they might finally get the kill. His Aegis is now gone. Jumps in. Puppey gets a double kill, and Kuro is still manning up. He has Satanic in 8 seconds. Are you fucking kidding me? Kuro is still alive. The armlet tackles, but the Rampage comes out for Envy. Somehow they are able to kill the man, and that is a lot of gold that Envy just gets for that kill alone. They successfully defend their base, sort of.
I mean, they lose 3 buildings for it, but what? I mean, Envy gets a rampage, which is great, but now their base is going to be pressured continuously. But, I mean, if there is any team that I would want to be in this position, I think it would be C9.
Well, look at the bottom racks, though.
The creeps were able to take the racks. So.
Yeah. Secret gets the bottom set of racks. So it's a racks versus a racks and a half. Huskar is bought back.
I mean, the issue here, right, is that Huskar now is at the point where it takes so much to kill him that the supports are able to just do a lot to buy him time. And when he's able to get time, he just attacks so fast that he can kill these barracks.
Oh, my lord. Huskar, no. This is not the fight you want to be. They're going to hex him as well. Kuro is in some trouble. RP might be there. S4 is looking to fight. Eul Scepter's going to go. Fat's stuck into the trees. They're going to kill these little worms quickly, but that could have been a lot worse. Fots is still here. He actually could just blink out now, and it looks like he will do so. They're going to head into Roshan. Kuro is now 6-slotted. They're going to work on top, though. Here's Envy going to the tier 3 tower, and he's going to take it. And he might be able to take the racks as well. They've got to... They're going to trade Roche for a racks, and... Yeah, I mean, this melee rack's top is dead. It's just gone. Meanwhile, they're fighting at the...
2 racks now for C9.
Yeah, they're going to get 2 racks here. And, well, there's going to be the duel into Pylai, and he goes Scepters immediately. They're going to look for Fatsa here. Pylai, there is the winner coming in for Pylai. Zusult goes. Top racks is going down, but meanwhile, mid lane, Kuroki doesn't have a TP scroll. He can't get back home even if he wanted to. And if he dies, he has no buyback. Again, the phase shift from Fatsa. Kuroki now. This game has devolved. They're chasing after Envy here. They relocate in. They're going to relocate and make sure they get this kill onto Envy. He won't have buyback. He's dead for 123 seconds. Yes, there are 2 sets of racks. He's gone. But that's a huge kill now coming out from Secret. Bone 7 might get jumped on. Oh, the blink away. He's going to try to get out, and he looks like he will make it out in time. Bone 7 stays alive. I can't even follow what's happening.
Yeah, this game is getting out of hand here. Puppey is just pushing back creep waves using his ultimate. This is really smart. And Secret maybe have a window of opportunity with Envy dead for 100 seconds. If they notice that he purchased that MKB, they'll know that he does not have buyback.
Well, he bought back in the last fight anyways, didn't he? No, he didn't. He didn't buy back.
No, he did not. He bought it right at the end of the last fight.
They should push down, at least, and try to force out the buyback if they can. They have to deal with top lane and bottom lane.
Buyback is actually on CD for Envy as well, so this is a good opportunity for Secret.
I figured he bought back. He must have bought back when he got... He might have gotten killed in that bottom fight or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he bought back. You're right. And now they're just going to pressure middle, and...
They're going to go for tier 4s here, I think.
Is this real life?
Is this going to happen? Fatsa's going to come in and...
They can also just push through middle and
Fatsa's going to get both of these, maybe. No Tail and Puppey are in some trouble. Ice Blast is going to fly in, and...
There's no creeps in the base yet.
Who has the Aegis? Did they pick it up? The Roche is still there. Kuroki's going to get lasted up. He is in some trouble here. RP's going to go from S4 onto 2. They do hex up Simba. They skewer back out. They kill 1. Bone 7's going to get focused out. AY, he's buying back. So is Bone 7. The swap Kuroki's in the base, but he is taking so much damage. And then Satanic comes in. He is unkillable. He's going to walk right back out, and he gets relocated away. The tier 4s now are getting blown away by Kuroki. EE is still dead for 20 seconds. The Ancient is going to be exposed in mere moments, and now they're going to go to work on the Ancient. Vata's trying to do his best. He's getting right-click down. Big Daddy is low. Simba working on the Ancient as well. What a game this has turned out to be. It's almost over. Kuroki needs a bit more right-click, and they will take it. Game number 1 goes to Secret in an unbelievable, improbable fashion. There is absolutely no way they should have won that game, but they did. They just don't lose in the late game.
Oh, my God.
Secret don't lose in the late game. Impossible.
What a game. What a game. Kuroki,
I mean, Kuroki was amazing that game, but No-Tail did amazing work that game, making sure and facilitating a lot of these engagements. That was a pretty unbelievable performance there by Secret.
It took 51 minutes for it to get super exciting, maybe about 45 actually. But man, when it got there, it paid off. It delivered. Kuroki 13-5-10, 16.5 fantasy points, level 25. I think it's the highest total we've had in this tournament so far. We're going to jump into game number 2 in just a second. Cloud9 may be devastated after that loss. They're down to 6-5, I believe, after that loss to Secret. Secret are up to 11-2. They have definitely secured themselves first place. Thanks so much for joining us here on DotaPit. Make sure you check us out at DotaPit.com. Again, my name is Mott. With me is What Is Hip. Check him out at What Is Hip TV on Twitter. Check me out at MottDota. And, of course, our stats man at MottPax as well. And check out DotaPit.com for more information. Shout out to our sponsors, Twitch, AMD, Tessero, Sapphire, Sennheiser. We'll be back in just a second. Stick around for game number 2. We'll be back in just a moment.